part of a roadshow we're doing for the Mentor Capital Program. And it's really one of the most pressing issues facing entrepreneurship. And we constantly get questions from entrepreneurs, why are you a fund? How can we raise capital? We're a growing entrepreneur, we need help. And I think we're not going to be a fund in the short term. And I think it's actually in our best interest to help develop local investment ecosystems. Private sector, successful venture capitalists, angel investors, private equity investors, whatever you want to call it, but ones that support entrepreneurship, entrepreneurs, and one of the challenges is there's a lot of people going into investing. They come from a finance background, they're financiers, and a lot of entrepreneurs, you hear a lot of resentment about the terms of these investments and the term sheets. We don't have answers, but what we want to talk about today is how to develop successful partnerships. And we want to talk about it as a partnership. Nick talked about it as a marriage. I think that's another way to think about it. But the goal is to create a win-win environment for both parties. And so we've amassed a group of dignified investors and entrepreneurs here. And we have an entrepreneur, we have an angel investor, and we have I don't know what to call it, John, a recovering banker. How's that? I'm Quinn, but this panel is about these three here. I'm just here to moderate, but I want you guys to be thinking about questions. This is an informal Q&A session. We want questions throughout the program. It's going to be about an hour, and then we're going to go into our next panel. But with that, let's just introduce, if you guys could briefly tell us your name, your company, and maybe a little bit about kind of your lens and your approach towards, obviously your role was an entrepreneur, just raise capital. Just one sentence on what that experience was like, and kind of high-level overview of your experience to date in this world of investing.
First of all, thank you, Deborah, for being here. I'm a colleague. I am new to this. We had a great experience. We just raised 1 month ago. It was pretty fast. It took 4 or 5 months. And it should have taken less time. If we didn't have February in the middle, like February for Chile, it's like nobody's there. We are a company from Uruguay. My name is Raul Polakov, and we raise money from Chile. And we plan to use the money in Argentina, so that's pretty fun. And the reason that we raise money from Chile is because the value of the money is different in different countries. So let's leave that there, and then we can talk a little later.
Thank you, Quinn and Endeavor, for putting this together. My name is Michael Nicholas. I have a background in internet technology primarily. I've been an entrepreneur, an executive, and then in the last few years have been working primarily as an angel investor. My experience is based in the East Coast in New York City. Started out with Viacom, helped them start their digital video group back in the mid-90s. Left during the 1.0 era and did 2 startups in Silicon Alley, one of the first companies to do file transfer through a browser. Was chief technology officer for the Univision online group. And since then, continued to do startups and investing in startups. 2 years ago, I got interested in the Brazilian market and started looking for opportunities down here. And have basically, last year I was down here 8 times, meeting with startups, all consumer-facing internet. And I'm very excited about the opportunities, the technologies, and the developing ecosystem that's emerging here.
John McIntyre, as Quinn said, I'm a ex-banker from a firm that cannot even be mentioned anymore. But now I'm in New York, and I'm actually a partner at a fund called Nexstar. But Nexstar is not a VC fund. It's does some private equity, mostly does credit in Latin America. But the reason I'm up here is about a little over a year ago, a 28-year-old entrepreneur walked into my office in New York thinking we were a VC fund. And later when we told him we weren't, he still gave the pitch anyway. And I was so taken by him and the concept that I immediately said I would invest personally, and also said, you know, if you need some help fundraising or, you know, need looking for a board member or whatever, I'm happy to get involved. So anyway, over the course of the last 12 months, I'm now the chairman of the board, non-executive chairman, but I've put in more money, and we just closed a $5 million Series A preferred round. $3 million of new money came in, $2 million that had been raised prior converted into preferred. But so this company is it's an online English teaching company, which I can get into later. But the interesting thing about this, similar to your experience and showing how things are regionalizing now, you know, the company's coming out of Venezuela, so you know that in itself is pretty unusual. The money, $3 million of the new money that just came in, is coming out of El Salvador from 2 families, and you know, our corporate office is now in Miami. With, you know, we have teachers in a dozen countries, you know, around Latin America. So, yeah, a little bit of an unconventional model, but there you go. So.
Well, thanks guys for joining us today. Where I'd like to start is with Raul's story. Very, very briefly, we'll start. I think most of the people, raise your hand if you are an entrepreneur. Great. Okay. So, well, let's start with that lens. And hear briefly from Raul. You know, in this panel is about partnerships, right? How do you build successful partnerships? What does that relation between entrepreneurs and investors look like? So Raul, if you could just tell us, when you decided that you wanted to raise equity capital, what did you hope to find in an investment partner? What was your goal?
Okay, for us it was a tough decision. We had a profitable business in Uruguay, and we were just starting to develop Argentina, and we had a company like Unilever telling us that we want to go to Cordoba, to Mendoza, to Rosario, to Mar del Plata, and we didn't have the money. So we had to decide what we do. We get to investor and get into a problem, or we just go in Uruguay and have a safe life. Because our goal was to become an IPO at some point. We say, okay, we have to play this game. So asking to the question, the main thing is, who are the people? Because if we are going to be with these people, it's very important to know that we want to make sure that they are the right people. So the main thing was the people.
Great. And what was so you want to go public, you decided you needed to take on an equity partner to do that. What was your number one fear in taking that? You know, what was the risk for you in taking on a partner?
Several risks. You know, like we are 3 partners. I'm one of I have the majority, so it was like kind of like I talked to other entrepreneurs and they told me, "Are you sure you want to do this? The company is doing well. You're doing well. Why you want to do this?" It was a decision that we wanna play the game. We as entrepreneurs, we have the tools to solve problems. That's what we should do every day. So just get the right people and just play the game and solve problems. That's what we are supposed to do.